Hey guys, it's YOU WACK, and the new Mirrorwatch game mode just released for Overwatch 2, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this game mode is really cool. They changed a total of 12 heroes where most of their abilities and primary fires are all reworked in some way, shape, or form to either help the team or hurt the enemy team, and you'll see what I mean by that in a little bit, but we're gonna be going over all of the hero changes in the new Mirrorwatch mode, and let me know in the comments down below what your favorite hero rework is, and if they should keep some of these changes, because they're really cool. So for the playable tanks in Mirrorwatch, there is going to be 3 in total: Doomfist, Reinhardt, and Zarya. First tank up is going to be Strike Commander Agudimu, and I probably butchered that, but this is going to be Good Boy Doomfist, where they changed his Seismic Slam, Power Block, Meteor Strike, and also his Powered Punch. Now this is one of the few abilities that I don't know if the patch notes are lying, but whenever you Seismic Slam with Doomfist, you do get granted overhealth with Doomfist, but it also says you grant overhealth to allies, but I didn't see that in my testing, so I don't know if Doomfist is low-key still secretly bad and lying. But whenever you use his Power Block ability, we saw this in the trailer, but you activate a Reinhardt shield, and whenever quote-unquote heavy damage is coming your way and you block it, it still empowers your Rocket Punch. Then finally, his Meteor Strike stole a page right out of Lucio's book, because you get the normal Meteor Strike with damage, but you also give overhealth to your teammates. Now the circle to give overhealth to your teammates is pretty small, so you really gotta decide, am I gonna help the team and give them overhealth to push the point, or am I gonna be a selfish talent Doomfist and do normal Doomfist damage? The next tank up is gonna be Fallen Knight Reinhardt, and our king is getting his shield, his ultimate, and his passive change. Yeah, he has a new passive now in Mirrorwatch. Now while Doomfist might have stolen Reinhardt's shield, Reinhardt just stole Baptiste's ultimate wall and attached it right to his shield, because now you can project ally damage through your shield and still protect your team. Also, for all the inting Reinhardts, you will benefit from this change, because whenever your barrier breaks, you will get an increased movement speed upon it breaking. Now when it comes to Reinhardt's Earth Shatter, the patch note says that you knock down all enemies in a narrow path. No, you don't knock them down, you just kill them. You just straight up annihilate them whenever you activate Earth Shatter. And then finally, all the inting Reinhardts are gonna love this. Whenever you kill an enemy with your hammer swing, it's gonna increase the movement speed, basically making his barrier field irrelevant, because all the Reinhardts are just gonna want to swing their hammer. And then the final tank is Zarya, who probably got the lamest change out of all the heroes, not even tanks. First and foremost, her particle cannon, while the primary fire beam is normal, the secondary fire just launches an energy ball, sort of like a Symmetra ball, but a whole lot worse. And then her particle barrier and her projected barrier, basically the bubbles for herself and her allies, whenever it's done, it explodes and it knocks back the enemy. It doesn't do a lot. Like I said, Zarya has the lamest changes, but she also got her ultimate change, where if you launch it, it pushes away enemies, which is stupid because it doesn't make it a good it makes it worse. They nerfed her in this update. Look, maybe I'm just a hater, but we gotta move on to damage heroes that are getting changed in Mirrorwatch, which is Bastion, Echo, Sombra, Tracer, and Widowmaker. Now for Gwishtin Bastion, he has one of my favorite ultimate changes in all of Mirrorwatch, but we will get to that in a moment. First, his primary fire whenever he's in his recon form is his April Fool's change, where he fires shotgun pellets rather than just a single hit scan bullet. But his reconfiguration, or his turret form, is now getting changed to his configuration intel ability, where it will reveal nearby enemies and increase your attack and reload speed. Now the distance at which you're able to see the enemies is pretty small, so I don't think that's really what you're going to be using this ability for. You're mainly going to be using it to be able to spray and pray with Bastion, which I absolutely love. His tactical grenade just got updated to where you take no damage whenever it explodes on you. Pause. But for Bastion's ultimate, this is just look at this, bruh. You call upon null sector slicers to come and attack for you. 4 in total. This is not only adorable, but it's just really good. And I can already tell that this is going to be one of the most annoying ultimates, because slicers were already annoying in PvE, but now in PvP, where they have a good amount of health and there's 4 of them, oh my god. Blackwatch Echo's up next, which is kind of deceiving because she doesn't have a Blackwatch uniform on, just her base legendary skin. But besides that, for her sticky bombs, this is really cool. They are actually homing sticky bombs, where they will go and seek the enemy. Now, you still have to aim in the general area of the enemy. It's not like you can just aim in the sky and then go find the enemy. No, you gotta still aim towards them and they will go find them. If you like Wii Bowling, then you'll be able to play bowling with her new flight ability, because you'll launch yourself forward really fast and you'll damage and knock back enemies. It ain't much damage, but it's honest work. But the flight duration is a lot shorter, so just keep that in mind. The focus beam is just slightly updated, where it has all the normal features. However, it will slow down the enemy very, very slightly. Then what is another one of my favorite ultimates is Echo's maximum efficiency ultimate, where she copies herself. You know, when the enemy is so trash, you just gotta copy yourself. And here you get an increase to all of your attacks and also reduces all of your cooldowns, which is just so fun. Agent Calamar, or Sombra, is up next, and this is what I meant by saying they could possibly help the team out, because now you're not gonna really be hacking the enemy, but hacking your allies. You see, when you hack an ally, you not only give them increased attack speed, but also overhealth on top of that, and you get the normal effects of the hack whenever it comes to health packs. You just can't hack the enemy anymore. Her virus got updated, where it has all the normal functions of virus, but it does deal damage a lot quicker, and it also reduces the enemy's damage whenever the virus is on them. And the final change for Sombra is her ultimate, called her anti-virus. And I absolutely love the name change, because here, whenever you activate it on your allies, it grants them a health and increased attack speed bonus, and it also grants that bonus for yourself as Sombra as well. So again, you're not gonna be attacking the enemy as Sombra, you're gonna be supporting your team. Basically, Sombra is a support hero now. Rework her in the normal game to make her a support hero, and Sombra will finally be fixed. We've reached Talent Tracer, and here she's only gotten 2 total changes, but her blink ability got changed to where you have the normal 3 blinks, but you can blink as much as you want, just as long as you're okay with taking damage with every bonus blink that you use. And what is probably the most unique change here is her new Bloodthirst passive, where the more continuous damage that you deal with, there's gonna be a rage meter that increases, and once you fill up that rage meter, your damage and attack speed will increase with rage, sort of like Trevor from GTA 5. It's just so cool, because she's Ever Tracer, and she gets rage and deals more damage. And Tracer's counterpart, Captain Widowmaker, is becoming a DPS shield hero. You'll see what I mean by that in a bit. But before that, her Widow's Kiss, her assault rifle, is just the normal assault rifle, and her secondary fire is still the normal sniper secondary fire. However, fully charged shots will reveal the enemy for a short period of time. Now, it can be a headshot or a body shot to activate the wall hacks, but again, you have to shoot them with a 100% charged shot. But what is gonna be the most powerful ability in all of Mirrorwatch is Widowmaker's Silk Shield. What the heck is this? You get a dinky little 200 HP shield that replaces her Widow Mine, and it doesn't even cover her head. She is taller than this Silk Shield. You have to crouch down to snipe with Widow, which I guess makes sense, because normal snipers, they actually lay down whenever they shoot. But here, your whole entire head just pokes out. So Widowmaker, you gotta fix your shield, because this is so counterintuitive. But the final change just kind of continues on with lame changes for Widowmaker, because her ultimate got reworked to where it highlights the enemy's weak points. Okay, kind of ended on a dud there. Let's look at the support changes, which there's gonna be 4 in total. Here, it's gonna be Ana, Brigitte, Mercy, and Zenyatta. Now, for Ana, her whole entire hero kit, except for her sleep dart, got changed, where for her biotic rifle, you can now headshot the enemy. Unlike in the lore, where she doesn't headshot Widowmaker, you can now headshot everybody else. Her biotic grenade got updated as well, where you have all the normal effects if you splash it on your allies, but if you splash it on an enemy, it will reduce the damage that the enemy gives, and it will reduce the healing that they give as well. And I might have forgotten to mention that this is Talon Ana. This is evil Ana, where you can nano yourself. Yeah, no longer do you have to be subjected to nanoing trash DPS. You can be the DPS now. And just to solidify that she is evil, you're able to double jump with Ana, leap forward just like Hanzo. God, I can't escape this man. Let's move on to Talon Brigitte, where I think she got the lamest changes out of all support heroes. Her repair pack got updated where you can heal your allies and it'll give them life steal upon receiving the repair pack. Her whip shot is a worse Roadhog hook where if you make contact with an enemy, it will launch them towards you, not fully in front of you, but just towards you, which is why this is just their worst Roadhog hook. Talon Brigitte stole a page right out of Doomfist because her barrier shield now has an empowered shield bash. Basically, whenever an enemy shoots your shield in front of you, it'll power you up where you activate the other changes to her shield bash where it'll set the enemies on fire if you bash into them. And that's all for Brigitte. Like I said, kind of interesting changes, but not the best. But here's what you've probably all been waiting for, the Mercy changes. First thing for Mercy is gonna be her staff getting updated. You have the normal heal beam, the normal secondary beam, and I lied because it's not a normal secondary beam. You actually have a life steal whenever you power or blue beam an ally. Let me repeat that because that might seem confusing. Whenever you blue beam an ally and they're near an enemy, it'll steal the health of that enemy and do damage and give the health to that ally. Kind of wonky at first, but you get the hang of it. The second thing that changed is her new soul burner ability. Basically, whenever an enemy dies, their soul is on the field and you can explode them. They won't be able to be res. You'll just explode their life and it'll do damage to nearby enemies. And finally, her ultimate ability is going to be called Revenge, where you gain the ability to fly and fire rockets. Wait, what? Yeah, you shoot what seems to be like Zarya's secondary fire in the normal game, which I think is pretty cool. On top of that, all your abilities are also enhanced, like your flight and everything like that. And the final hero is Zenyatta, where they updated his Orb of Harmony, Orb of Discord, and gave him a new ultimate. So for his Harmony Orb, if you throw it on an ally, you'll do more heal if you deal damage to an enemy. And we got a similar vibe with the Discord Orb, where if you launch this at an enemy, the more damage that you'll do damage to nearby enemies. An additional ability of Discord Orb is that it'll slowly drain the enemy's health, sort of like a poison. But for Zenyatta's ultimate, no longer will you grant Harmony, but rather Interdiction. It's basically an EMP, where you create this field in this area where it prevents enemies from using abilities. And that's the Mirrorwatch event. A lot of heroes that represent their evil side or their good side now in this game mode, which I absolutely love. But let me know what your favorite rework and change is from all these heroes, and I'll see you guys later. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching my Overwatch 2 videos to come, and bye.